Welcome to another episode of Television, our monthly product video newsletter. This one is all about subtitles. We've completely revamped the way that you work and create subtitles for your videos in Tella. So let's just jump into it and I'll show you all the new stuff. So the first thing is that we've moved subtitles from the preview page where you used to edit your subtitles and brought them into the editor, which is now where you can edit your subtitles. And just by explaining that, it makes a lot more sense to have the place you edit subtitles in the editor where you edit everything else. So to edit subtitles, you can click on this little menu icon here, which says subs, because we couldn't fit subtitles all the way across without messing up the alignment of this menu. But anyway, you can see it on the tooltip. Open that up and you'll see this little sidebar, which is where you're going to edit your subtitles. Now, the first new thing that we've added is you can actually completely disable subtitles. And there are lots of reasons that you might want to switch your subtitles off. But when you do, you won't see them in the editor, nor will you or your viewers see them or be able to turn them on the preview when you share your video on the web. You can, however, still export your video with subtitles if you want that, even if you've got this switched off. But subtitles are great, so I suggest switching this on. The next new thing you'll notice is that we've added styles. So there are only 2 in here, but by the time you're watching this, hopefully you should see a few more. And if you don't, then they're not going to be far away, but we're going to add a bunch more styles in here so you can pick different fancy styles of subtitles to match your vibe. Once you've picked your subtitle style, you can then customize it. So I've got this highlight option one here, and I can click on these little controls, and then I can customize the subtitle. I can change the sizes. I can mess about with the text color, the secondary color, highlight color. I can use the color picker to pick a color that matches my brand. You can have a lot of fun with these. Next, we've almost completely changed the way you edit subtitles. So if you switch over to the editor, you'll get the full transcript of the entire video across all the clips. You'll get the timestamps, which makes it easier for you to see where things are happening. But the way you actually edit is a lot better. So in the past, if you're newer here, the way that you had to edit subtitles is that you would click on a word, and then down the bottom here, a little input would pop up, and then you have to type in your corrected word there. And it was kind of annoying and weird that you would have to click on a word and then go somewhere else to edit it. It just felt totally disconnected. But hey, we did that. Now we've made it a lot better. So you just click on a word and then you can start correcting it. So type in like this and then hit enter and you're done. And you can just work word by word throughout your transcript to fix all your mistakes. Soon we'll add find and replace so you can fix the same mistake that happens over and over, or mistranscription, or if the transcription gets a noun or your name wrong. You can fix all that in one go. We've also changed where the download and copy subtitles tools live. So there used to be like a settings option. We got rid of that because you don't need it. Now you can just download the whole SRT file right here, or you can copy all of the subtitles to your clipboard as text and then put that in ChatGPT to analyze what your video is all about. When you have finished editing your subtitles, designing your subtitle style, export your video and make sure to switch on burned in subtitles, and that'll mean that your subtitles are part of your MP4 file that you export and you can publish to YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn and all those great places. Soon we'll be adding the actual fancy subtitle effect and styles to the preview. Right now it is still just the regular plain old preview, but that's going to change soon. So hang in there. Subtitles isn't the only thing that we have recently shipped. Another couple things to mention. The first is that you can export your videos in 60 frames per second if you have a Tella Premium subscription. There's nothing really I can demo there other than it looks really smooth when you use 60 FPS. also looks great with subtitles. The thing that I can show you, the other thing that I can show you, is we have multiselect. So now, instead of going one by one and deleting your videos, or one by one to move a video into a channel, you can just hover over a video, click on the check icon, click on the check icon again and again and again, and as many times as you need, and you'll see that we've got this little toolbar up here, which means you can take bulk actions on your selection. So you can add them all to a playlist, you can delete them all. A lot nicer than doing it one by one. And you can, instead of doing the check, you can just click and drag and make your selection like that too. Much nicer. That's all for television this month. Stay tuned for the extra subtitles updates that are coming really, really soon. And I'll see you again in a couple weeks, a month, with another batch of updates in television. See ya.